Filipinos are known all over the world not just for their skills, but for their heart. Filipinos are everywhere, from the busy streets of Hong Kong to the quiet homes in Canada, from the tall towers of Dubai to hospitals in the United States. They're taking care of children, healing patients, building cities, cleaning offices, and driving progress quietly with heart. They're not just workers, they are the silent strength of so many countries. They leave their families behind just to support someone else. They work long hours, they stay kind, and they never stop giving their best. But not all stories go well. Some countries made tough decisions. They changed their policies, they closed the doors, they ended contracts too soon, and many Filipinos were sent back home. No warning, no thank you, no second chance for some. It was heartbreaking. Years of service gone in one official order. Many OFWs returned home jobless, hopeless, and unsure of what to do next. But here's the twist. The countries that pushed them away are now struggling. Hospitals are short-staffed, homes need caregivers. Factories can't meet their demands. Even governments are quietly admitting that we made a mistake. They're calling again, sending offers, opening borders, creating new visa paths because they know what they lost. Hardworking, respectful, skilled people who never gave less than 100%, and now they want Filipinos back. So in this video, we're counting down the 15 countries that once kicked out Filipino workers, but now they deeply regret it and are trying to bring them back. Stay with us because some of these countries may surprise you, and their reasons even more. If you're proud to be Filipino, or you believe OFWs deserve respect, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. This is their story, and it's time the world hears it. Counting down with number 15 is Kuwait, once a top destination for OFWs. Everything changed when reports of abuse made international headlines. The Philippines pulled out. Its workers, Kuwait enforced a hiring ban, but soon the impact became clear. Hospitals, homes, and businesses were left struggling today. Kuwait is reopening talks, adjusting its labor policies, and actively asking the Philippines to restore deployment. They've realized they need Filipino workers more than they admitted. Employers are now offering better conditions, and the government is working to improve worker protections. It's a slow process, but it shows how much they want. Filipinos back. Coming in at number 14 is Saudi Arabia. Back in 2021, thousands of Filipinos were sent home due to unpaid wages and labor disputes. Recruitment froze, and trust broke down, but things are changing. Saudi Arabia has introduced new agreements, stronger worker protections, and even financial guarantees, all designed to bring Filipinos back into its workforce. The country is especially seeking nurses, engineers, and construction workers from the Philippines. With its Vision 2030 project underway, demand for skilled labor is higher than ever, and they know Filipinos deliver. At number 13, we have Taiwan. For a time, political tensions disrupted hiring from the Philippines. Employers slowed down recruitment, especially in factories and caregiving roles, but the gap was felt quickly. Now, Taiwan is actively increasing job openings, and many employers are specifically requesting Filipino workers. Again, they are admired for their discipline, positive attitude, and fast-learning. Government agencies have also improved their recruitment systems. It's clear Taiwan wants to strengthen this connection again. Next, at number 12 is Libya. Years of conflict made it too dangerous for Filipinos to stay. The government evacuated its citizens for safety, but now that the country is rebuilding, they're facing a serious shortage of skilled labor. Filipino workers, known for their expertise and resilience, are once again being sought after for reconstruction efforts. Despite remaining challenges, private companies are quietly requesting foreign labor again. Filipinos are seen as trustworthy and capable in tough environments. Rebuilding Libya may depend in part on the return of workers they once lost. Number 11 is Israel. Strict visa rules and deportation threats once caused fear among Filipino families, but during times of war and crisis, many Filipinos chose to stay and help. That loyalty didn't go unnoticed today. Israel is reviewing its policies and some restrictions are easing. Filipino caregivers are especially valued for their compassion and reliability. Several Israeli families have even spoken out in support of their return. The bond they formed is hard to replace. Down to number 10 is Japan. Japan has long struggled with an aging population and a shrinking workforce in the past. Tight rules and language barriers made it hard for Filipinos to enter caregiving roles. But now Japan is opening special work programs and training initiatives just for Filipinos. They've launched caregiver and technical intern programs with simpler requirements. Filipinos are admired for their respectfulness and work ethic in Japanese culture. Japan may be strict, but when they need help and want Filipinos back. At number 9 is Qatar. Years ago, labor reforms and stricter migration policies led to mass departures, but the results backfired and industries couldn't keep up. Now, Qatar is quietly working to repair its image. and re-attract Filipino talent, offering better contracts, safer conditions, and more stable jobs. The 2022 World Cup exposed weaknesses in the labor system. Now they're trying to do better, especially for skilled trades and medical workers. Filipinos are once again viewed as a crucial part of their workforce. Taking number 8 is Bahrain. When the government cut back on expat numbers, many Filipinos lost their long-term roles, but the labor shortage became too difficult to ignore, especially in healthcare and engineering. Bahrain is now easing restrictions and opening doors once again for qualified Filipino workers. Recent reforms have made hiring easier and more transparent. Many companies openly prefer hiring Filipinos due to their experience and attitude. It's clear that Bahrain values their contributions more now than ever before. At number 7, we go to South Korea. In past years, fewer Filipinos were being hired due to policy limits and stricter visa rules, but now demand in caregiving and manufacturing is growing fast. South Korea has started expanding its worker programs and visa categories, and Filipinos are once again in high demand. They've introduced a special employment system for small businesses and farms. Filipinos are praised for being respectful, hardworking, and adaptable with language support programs. Increasing South Korea is preparing to welcome more Filipino workers in the coming years. Moving to number 6, we reach the United States. During the pandemic, many Filipino healthcare workers were praised, then pushed out due to tough immigration rules. But when the healthcare system began to collapse under pressure, the U.S. realized just how vital Filipinos really are today. Demand is surging, especially for nurses, caregivers, and skilled professionals. Visa pathways are slowly improving in response. Hospitals in multiple states are launching hiring campaigns aimed at the Philippines. U.S. officials have acknowledged the shortage of trained staff, and Filipinos are at the top of their list for many. It's not just about filling jobs, it's about rebuilding trust. At number 5 is Canada. Canada once relied heavily on Filipino caregivers and service workers, but delays in immigration programs and policy freezes forced many to return home. Now, with an aging population and growing labor gaps, Canada is speeding up applications and offering new pathways, and Filipinos are a top priority. The Canadian government is actively promoting caregiver pilot programs. Filipinos are known for their long-term commitment and cultural fit in Canadian homes. This time Canada is moving faster because they don't want to make the same mistake twice. Coming in at number 4 is Italy. Filipinos helped countless Italian families working as caregivers and household helpers for years. But after economic challenges, many were let go with little support. Now, as Italy faces a caregiving crisis, they're turning back to the Filipino community, offering jobs, better protections, and more stable contracts. Catholic cultural ties have always made integration easier. Families are now pushing for regularization of longtime Filipino workers. Italy is learning that trust and loyalty are not easy to replace. At number 3, we have the United Arab Emirates. Filipino workers once formed a large part of the UAE's workforce, but economic downturns led to layoffs and reduced hiring. Today, many businesses openly admit they miss the dedication and professionalism Filipinos brought. Recruitment agencies are reporting a rise in demand from Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Even local employers are requesting more Filipino applicants. The UAE knows that building again starts with bringing back the people who helped build it. Before number 2 goes to Hong Kong. Policy changes and political unrest made it difficult for many Filipinos, especially domestic workers, to stay long-term, but their absence has been felt deeply by families who depended on them. Now, Hong Kong is carefully reopening pathways and offering more job stability. Realizing how irreplaceable many Filipinos truly are, Filipino workers are favored for their strong communication skills and trustworthiness. Community groups are also pushing for better rights and rehiring policies. It's not just about labor, it's about rebuilding bonds that matter. And finally, number 1 is Singapore. In the past, Singapore limited the number of foreign workers to favor locals, but the move hit critical sectors hard, especially in elder care, hospitality, and healthcare. Today, Singapore is actively hiring again, launching training programs and making direct appeals to the Filipino workforce. Job fairs and recruitment drives are happening again, this time with more focus on dignity and fairness. Filipinos are being offered more pathways to permanent employment. Singapore has learned that when you want the best, you bring in the best. These stories tell us one powerful truth: when you remove someone who brings not just skill, but heart and loyalty, the effects are felt for a long time. These 15 countries once shut the door on Filipino workers, some through policy, others through sudden decisions, but now they're realizing the value they lost. Filipinos weren't just workers, they were caregivers, healers, builders, and teachers. They were the quiet strength behind so many homes, offices, and hospitals, and when they left, something broke. Now those same countries are reaching out again, hoping to fix what they once took for granted. They want the kindness, the discipline, and the dedication that only Filipinos bring. It's a reminder to the world you can't replace your heart, you can't replace loyalty, and that's what Filipinos gave. So if you're an OFW or someone with family working abroad, the world sees you now. It understands your worth, and for many, it's not too late to make things right. If you believe in the strength of Filipino workers, hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below, because the world is finally learning Filipinos were never just part of the workforce. They were the backbone holding everything together. If this video opens your eyes, there's more you need to see. Watch 10 Asian countries with the most US visa approvals to find out where Filipinos are truly welcomed, or 10 countries that will cancel Filipino visas in 2025 and see where opportunities might disappear. Next, click now and keep uncovering the world.